Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
just kill some random dude.
Just wishing.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plottytime, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail and necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
You know who has hands? The devil. And he uses them for holding.
And on the other side of the table, Dr. Syintist.
Silly string is great until it gets stuck in a roller bearing. Actions have consequences.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, I feel like we fell out of the lucky tree and hit every branch on the way down, ended up in a pool of catch and Sour Patch Kids. Welcome to Plottytime.
It's a cool pool.
So let's go. Let's just start where we always start. Dr. Syintist, What are you playing? What are you watching? What are you doing? What's going on with you?
What am I watching?
That was one of the questions.
Yeah, I started Moon Knight. It's pretty good.
Moon Knight?
That's a show, right?
Yeah, it's a Marvel show on Disney. It's only
Gotcha.
2 episodes in, but it's got Oscar Isaac and he plays Moon Knight. It's pretty good. It's got Ethan Hawke.
I don't know who Moon Knight is.
I don't either.
Losers.
Oh, we're the losers.
I also watched the Adam Project on Netflix. I think it was Netflix. The new Ryan Reynolds movie where he's like time traveling.
Never heard of it.
I talked about it.
Did you?
I think
Never
I
heard
don't remember
of
you
it.
talking about it, but
I talked about it with somebody. How the end doesn't make any sense.
Poppascotch always doesn't understand time travel.
Oh, here we
No,
go.
it's not. This is the problem I have. Mild kind of spoiler, but there's a moment at the end where there's this huge magnet going off.
Mm-hmm.
Someone shoots a bullet. The bullet then gets sucked by the magnet and changes course. That's not too much of a spoiler, I suppose. But why wasn't the gun getting sucked by the magnet when the bullet was in the gun?
That's a good question.
Because it was an illegal 3D printed gun.
What about the other bullets
But
in the gun?
bullet was still in there.
Mm-hmm.
What, the bullet can't be metal with the gun being plastic?
So
But
did
there
you
are
like
other
this movie? Are you defending this? I don't know where this is coming from.
I'm just defending against, you always have unreal criticisms of movies, I think.
I don't think it's that unreal.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, he has worse.
I've heard, sillier shit.
I've had worse takes. Plenty
Oh,
worse
yeah,
takes.
you definitely have. Fine. I thought it was okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I
now
also
it's
thought
only
it was okay.
So it gets 2 okays. I also watched Maggie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah, how was that one?
It was all right. You know what? Did you see it or did you just
Is it
know the
new?
movie?
I didn't see it. I've heard of it. I
Yeah,
have
it's
not
like a
seen it.
zombie apocalypse, and his daughter gets bitten, but you're allowed to like not quarantine them until they get to a certain point of infection. And he kind of like hides her and tries to like just be with her. It was decent. It had a lot of heart. I don't know.
I was going to say, it sounds a little too hardy.
but I
for
mean,
me.
it's kind of farty, but
Eh.
it's actually not farty at all. But it's not that farty. it's
Seems
decent.
like a thin coat of heart wrapped around a lot of fart, like an M&M.
Exactly.
You got it. That fart layer is
Nailed
always
it.
the good one. And the last movie I watched this week was a movie called Enter Nowhere.
Enter nowhere.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you didn't see this, but
It sounds very
it
familiar.
like 3 random people just show up at this cabin in the woods and they don't know how they got there,
Okay.
and then they
I'm
start like
listening.
they start trying to get away and they keep ending up back at the same spot, and then they find out that they all have something in common. And
Is it
it's
supernatural?
a good sci-fi. Yeah, it could be supernatural. Or it's I don't know if it's supernatural or sci-fi. It's one of those. Maybe a mix of both.
You could be both, yeah.
No, I missed this one somehow. The poster doesn't even look familiar. But what'd you think?
That was pretty good. Out of those 3 movies I talked about, it's definitely the best.
What's it called again?
Enter Nowhere.
Enter nowhere. All right.
Put it on the list.
Yeah, I'll never watch it. I'll forget about it 2 minutes from now.
And then I played this game, which was awesome. It was called Doki Doki Literature Club.
Burnt Man's niece said that was an awesome game.
It is. It's a great game. I think everybody should play it.
I know nothing about it. Give me the gist.
Oh, well, Poppascotch. You're this guy, and you have to join a club at school, and you kind of wait till the last minute, and you end up being in this literature club with 4 anime girls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the entire game.
Sold. Isn't there weird shit going on?
You got to play it. I don't want to ruin any. You gotta get it. not look at any of the trophies and not look at any spoilers and play through it.
That's how I play.
But
Okay.
it's really good. I think Poppascotch will like it. I don't know if Chump Slap will never play it, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But if you get the chance, I think everybody should play it. It's a
I just
good game.
hate literature.
As long as you know nothing about it going in.
Okay.
But I'll agree with Burnt Man's niece. It's pretty good.
Good.
But that's
Awesome.
all. Play it. Doki Doki Literature Club.
All right.
That's all I did this week. What about you, Poppascotch? What did you play, watch? What did you see?
Well, thanks for asking. I'm going to get to the heavy one at the end. So I'll start with what I played. And mostly I kind of just like took a week off. I just played like a little bit of Crash Bandicoot, a couple games of Doots, a little bit of Chill, just the regular stuff.
Took a week off.
Yeah, I took a week off. I played Doots and Chill. I even broke out Division 2.
Well, okay, fair enough. I took a week off of like starting a new game because I want to start Alan Wake. I don't remember. No, I didn't start it yet. I might have like fired it up and installed it, but I didn't start it yet.
All right.
And then, so yeah, before I started that, I was like, I don't want to get into that just yet. So I played some older games.
Okay.
Some older games, the games that came out last year.
Older for him.
Nothing new to report.
All
Older
right.
games is in games I've played before to death and can probably uninstall. Except for Crash Bandicoot. Gotta get back on that trilogy. Anyway, that's really kind of all I played, but what I watched. The first thing I'll just get out of the way. We continued watching Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Done with season 3 now.
Man.
And like, there's actually consequences now.
Oh, that's something new.
Yeah, it's less like freewheeling and fun, and it's now like, oh shit, this is serious. Pretty good. Anyway, you guys wouldn't like that. Anyway, now moving forward here. Fucking Night's End.
Oh, you watched it? Nice.
I watched it twice.
What?
It's that good, man.
Yeah.
Once I watched it by myself, like the day after we recorded, and I was like, it was on in the background while I was working.
Oh, you got to pay attention to that movie.
Well, that's the thing. I was like, no fucking way did that just happen. Like I think it did. And later that night, I pitched it to the wife, and she's like, whatever, I'll check it out. I don't want to use my brain right now. So we watched again, and we both, the seance, guys. The seance.
That's just at the end.
I was waiting for one of you guys to say that quote.
Oh.
Just,
that's
and over here is Chump Slap. It's my thumb. And then move on to the next person.
Oh, yeah, I didn't want to ruin that for you.
Thank you for not ruining that, because holy shit.
It was so good.
It was supposed to be this big dramatic beat, and I'm like, what? And then everyone just carries on with it.
Yeah, they're all like, oh, I guess that's what needs to be done.
It's like, that guy's pretty serious. He knows all this stuff. Go ahead and throw that fucking thumb in the spell. Jesus Christ. That fucking movie. But I think you were correct. Both of you were correct. It's like 80% of the movie you're in. Or at least you're like, depending on this ending, this could be really good.
Yeah.
But man, that was a wild... Oh.
Right, it was kind of spooky in the beginning.
Yeah, there were some good moments to it, except for the coffee and the Pepto-Bismol thing really got on my nerves.
Yeah, that was annoying.
That was gross. That was so gross. God.
I kind of wanted to try it.
Just so, I didn't see it going that way. I thought they were doing a great job, and it's like they ran out of money.
Yeah.
They're like, we got 20 minutes to get this end together. Let's go.
It was great.
It's just amazing the turn they take. They're like, oh, man, yeah. Shit, how are we going to end this? I have no idea.
See, wasn't it obvious, though?
They just changed genres.
Yeah.
Like, and everything was dark and moody and scary, and then that last scene, like, it wasn't lit the same. Everything was different.
Yeah. Computer animated.
All these characters came together that were just unnecessary.
Yeah, you didn't even know those people until the end.
Yeah, there was no intro at all. They're like, and here's the paranormal expert. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, hey, thanks for having me.
Where's Michael Shannon?
And Michael Shannon. Why was he? You know what?
Yeah, he was just like the husband of a background character.
So good.
I think I read, and I could be wrong, but I think in real life he's married to the woman that played his ex.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
And I guess he was just around during COVID, and they're like, do you want to also be in this? He's like, fucking A.
Well, yeah, why not?
Jesus, that fucking... And then the ending. The ending. Because it also got me a little bit because we have been known, the wife and I have been known to watch a couple of those ghost compilation videos on YouTube, so I knew exactly what they were talking about.
Yeah.
But usually they're like nerds who introduce them, not like cool dudes.
Oh yeah, real cool guys.
Really, really cool guys that say stuff like, "Did you catch that?" Fucking movie, man.
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
It was. I could see it being a cult classic.
Oh,
Just for the fact that
it
it's
just
nuts.
annoys me because it was so good for the first 80-85% of that movie. Like building up the suspense and the spook.
Yep. And then shit the bed.
Yeah, spooks are great. Anyway, that's all I got. That's all I played. After the first time I watched it, I was mad at how bad it was, and then I sat with that for a little bit, and I'm like, well, it's kind of fucking stupid and fun, right? Like it kind of
Right.
was. And then the second time I watched it, I'm like, no, this is just stupid. Anyway, that's it. Chump Slap.
So,
What are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you besides Elden Ring?
well, I numbed it. Thank
No
you
way,
very much.
did you?
Oh yeah. So I put it down. I didn't really play anything this week. Taking a little break, Thinking about getting into Cyberpunk next. We'll see.
I don't know if it's playable yet, but you'll let us know.
I heard it's better now that it's it's PS5 version now, so maybe better. Who knows? We'll see.
I still stand by the fact that there's some good stuff in there. There's some good missions in there, but overall, it's really frustrating when you have to reboot it every half hour.
Yeah, we'll see if I can make it past the first reboot.
You'll if you keep playing it for like 10 or more hours, you'll start to know when a reboot's coming, like when it's about to crash.
Yeah.
You'll just know. You'll see.
All right. Sweet. Can't wait. Well, I watched a couple movies.
Okay.
You guys ever watch Munger Road?
Oh, of course.
Like Hunger with an M?
Yeah.
No.
It's about like these high school kids. There's like this urban legend about this road where if you park your car on railroad tracks, a ghost will come and push it off to save your life and shit. So they do all this shit to see the ghost, blah blah blah.
It's not very good.
Well, it's all just like a thing to do to like scare your girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
You just put
It sounds like a real enough stupid local ghost story.
yeah, exactly.
Like if you heard the next town over from yours was doing that, like the kids were saying that, I'd be like, yeah, of course they are. They're idiot kids. Obviously they are.
But there's also an escaped murderer on the loose. And it's a cop story, like two separate stories. And spoiler, but at the end, you find out that the escaped murderer is dead. And you don't know who was fucking with these kids. And it says to be continued.
It's not.
They're gonna make Munger Road 2?
And this was in 2012.
Yeah, they
Never made a second one.
Uh-oh.
I was kind of annoyed. I was like, oh, really? What the fuck happened? But, what are you going to do?
That's a damn shame. I'm sorry, Chump Slap.
Yeah. I also watched this really shitty movie called Fatal Flip.
Okay, I'm gonna guess, going back to this bit, it is a ninja skateboarder who kills people with like his skateboard.
Not what I was thinking at
Oh, I
all.
wish.
It was these
That'd be
people
sick.
buy houses and flip them, and one's haunted.
That would been closer.
Oh, that was a good guess.
It's about a young couple. They want to try to flip a house. They quit their jobs to buy this house to try to flip it. And then it's like, oh, we're in over our heads. So they go to a local like hardware store and they meet a guy there. And he's like, yeah, I know about plumbing and shit.
Sure.
So they hire him to work for him. He turns out he's like a psycho. He tries to he ends up killing one of their friends and planning on killing them. But then he gets away. And at the very end, you see him talking to another couple in a hardware store.
I thought you were gonna say, and at the end it says to be continued, just like the last one. Like, damn, some bad luck.
Yeah,
It did say to be continued without saying to be
yes,
continued.
exactly.
Okay, it's out printing it right in front of you.
Yeah.
But it was terrible. Don't bother. Then I just ruined it for you anyway.
Good. That's fine.
Spoiler alert.
I also watched Jackass Forever.
How was it? Was it good or was it just sad?
It was okay.
So sad.
No, I wouldn't say it was sad. I mean, it's Johnny Knoxville gets fucked up.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's new.
it was pretty good. He gets
Dude,
like
he's like
broken
50 now,
ribs and
isn't
shit. Yeah,
Oh, I mean, he's had a broken spine before. What's broken ribs?
Well, at 50, it's totally different. But yeah.
He's not gonna be happy till he dies in a stunt somewhere.
Yeah, that's what he probably wanted. But it's if you like Jackass, give it a look. There's a lot of penises in it, so if you're into that.
And he is.
Aren't we all?
He isn't me.
Everybody.
I mean, they're
It was the
fine.
royal he.
I mean, I like mine. But that's pretty much all I did.
Okay. Then if we're done talking about that stuff, let's go on to video game news / stuff.
Yay.
What's in the news this week? We'll have to find out soon. Poppascotch, take it away.
Yeah. So Cyberpunk, as we were just talking about, was seen on a sale at Best Buy for $5.
Not worth it.
You don't know that.
I do.
I just wanted to say, I just thought that was funny. It's been almost a year and a half. Oh, how far they've fallen, you know?
What are you talking about? The PS5 version just came out, man.
Yeah, but it's still apparently not in a good state. I don't know. Well,
I
you'll
don't
tell
know.
us.
Well, I guess we'll find out, yeah.
And then in vaccine news, Activision workers walked out over a drop of the vaccine mandate after the merger went on. They're just like, yeah, you need a vaccine. Everybody come in the office.
And they said no.
And then there was a bunch of backlash, and they said, okay, fine, we'll walk backwards. And then in the same week, they thought they need to get some good press going.
Mm-hmm.
So they announced that they're going to hire all of their QA devs to full-time positions with benefits and pay them at least $20 per hour.
Okay.
This is except for Raven Studios, who's owned by Activision, because they're trying to unionize. So this is a way to stop people of unionizing at other locations.
Sounds like classic corporate America,
Yeah.
am I right?
That's what you get for
Absolutely.
capitalism.
Love it. My favorite kind of lism.
Units are bad. Unions are bad. We can't have these workers having rights. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. How are we going to make most profits?
So yeah, just another scumbag move by a scumbag company. And I keep buying their games for some reason. I really should stop.
I can't think of the last one I ever bought from them. Maybe none ever.
Ah, come on, Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, yeah. That was one.
I got you with that one from 23 years ago. Yeah, and then another news. Rockstar Games and Remedy had a conversation. Did you guys hear about this news?
No.
You hear about this? You know this one?
No.
No, bring it on.
Remedy, as we know, lately known for making Alan Wake and Control.
Mhm.
They cut their teeth back in the day with two games that we did on this podcast, Max Payne 1 and Max Payne 2. You can go listen to those episodes right now.
They're bringing a Max Payne 3 out.
I wish. They're actually making a complete remake of Max Payne 1 and 2 in a compilation.
Yeah, makes sense, I guess.
Rockstar is going to fund it. Remedy's going to make them. And then this is also in addition to Remedy announcing a Alan Wake 2 for 2023. And they're already working on two different Control games, a single-player version and a multiplayer version.
Come on.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, I like the fact that the multiplayer version is a whole separate game that I don't have to buy. That's nice.
Yeah.
I could just ignore it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to play it.
I'm sorry that news angered you, Dr. Scientist, but I felt like someone had to tell you.
Yeah, we had to let it on live. We had to see with the reaction.
And then, last bit of news I have, the BAFTA Awards went out and they announced their 2022 video game winners.
Oh, yeah?
I've got some of the hottest picks here. Best animation, Ratchet and Clank, A Rift Apart.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then best game, they had Returnal.
I've heard good things.
Best British game, Forza Horizon 5, because it's the British Academy, you know. You get
Yeah,
it.
makes sense.
As in made in England?
No, it's just an English-based academy.
No, I meant the game, like best British game.
I assume it was made in England or
Okay.
British.
That's what I was asking.
Great Britain.
I didn't know if they gave the cars British voices or whatever.
Yes, they did.
Don't know what I'm supposed to call them anymore.
British people?
Britishans. And then best
Britishans.
evolving games.
Britishans.
Britishans.
There we go.
No Man's Sky for the best evolving game.
Mm-hmm.
Best multiplayer game, It Takes Two,
Oh, wow.
which also won for best original property. But the one that really, really caught my eye, winning 2 awards for best narrative and the public video game of the year, which means the fan voting for the best game. Unpacking.
Unpacking?
A lot of people play it.
What's that about?
We talked about that the other day where I made fun of you guys saying it was a game about unpacking after a move. And then I believe Dr. Scientist said, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, great of a narrative can
Well,
be.
hey, I mean, look how surprised we were with Hotline Miami. That had a great fucking
That's
story.
true. All right.
And Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Chaos Bleeds.
Yeah.
That's true. Way better than we thought it would be. That's why we do this, to keep getting surprised.
That's fair.
But that is all I have for video game news / stuff.
The news is done.
We're really rolling through this. Let's get into the game. How does that sound?
Let's fucking do it, man.
All right.
Because boy, do I have a lot of notes.
Oh, yeah?
I don't really. I don't think so.
I got too many. So let's do it.
But this is the game where we ask the question, does a Wild West vampire shoot 'em up train robbery bullshit work? We're going to find out right now.
Oh, yeah.
The game we're talking about is Darkwatch, Cursed of the West.
Sounds scary.
Spooky.
It was released August 16th, 2005. Number one song in the country. I really don't think you're going to get this because I didn't even remember this song.
2005. I don't
Pharrell
know.
Happy.
You always say that.
One
No.
of these times it's going to be right.
It's never going to be right.
Mariah Carey. We all know Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm.
The song We Belong Together. I don't even remember that one.
We belong together,
Was it
walking hand
Didn't we say
in
that once
hand.
before?
It's possible.
I don't
Some of
know.
these video games release dates match up, man. Or, the song was number one for 40 weeks in a row.
Or maybe it was a different Mariah
Or
Carey
maybe
song.
it was a different We Belong Together.
Maybe it could be.
Could
All right,
been.
number one movie. I think you guys will get this. Kickstarted the career of a bunch of different comedians. Made by, God, what's that guy's name? I'm trying to give you guys clues that you won't get it immediately.
Bunch of different comedians.
2005.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an actor.
Okay.
Michael Cera.
This is the end.
No, shit. I'm thinking of the wrong movie. I'm an idiot. I'll give you another actor. Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
I'm going to give you more actors, but that was
Grown-ups.
probably... No.
Wasn't
He played only a little bit part where he was talking to Romy Malco.
Romy Malco.
I don't know who that is.
And Paul Rudd in a store that sold televisions.
40-year-old virgin.
Boom! Nailed it.
Oh, yes. Okay.
That's where Kevin Hart says the line, "You're using a lot of big words that I don't understand right now."
That's not Kevin
and I'm
Hart,
going to take
is
that
it?
as a sign of
Yeah.
disrespect.
Really?
I think it is Kevin Hart, yeah.
That was like his first movie he was in when he was just like starting
I
stand-up.
haven't seen it in forever. And
Yeah, that was
in my mind, it's not Kevin Hart.
the weirdest actor to pick for that one. Kevin Hart.
That's why I picked it, because I
Yeah.
was like, I got to give him someone who was in it, someone they know, but it's got to be a bit part. I was actually thinking of Superbad. I don't know why my heart went with that first, but that's where we went.
Yeah, Michael Cera's not in 40-year-old virgin.
That's why I paused. I was like, wait, no. Anyway, it was released for PC and PlayStation 2, developed by High Moon Studios and published by Capcom. It is a single-player, first-person shooter.
Boom.
Sir Chump Slap,
What's up?
I believe you're shepherding us through the game, so how about you tell us a little bit about what this game's all about?
Well, this is another fan pick for the Chump Slap fan picks of the year.
Yeah, we just have to think about one.
See how many we got.
How do you know who picked it?
Oh, this is another one from The Man Ham. The Ham Man.
Thanks, Ham Man. The Man Ham. Ham Man, the Man Ham. Yeah, perfect. So
It's a palindrome.
I don't know if it is.
A man, a ham, a plan.
Panama.
Race car. So anyway.
All right. Well, you play as one Jericho Cross, who is an outlaw in the West. He robs trains. He does stick-ups, kills people, I assume.
Just a
And,
general badass, right?
oh, yeah. He's just one of the cool dudes in the West. In 1876 Arizona Territory, West, to be precise. And the game starts. You're robbing a train. And you're like, I'm going to rob this train because it looks badass. And you go to blow a vault, and there's a woman there.
What?
It's one Cassidy Sharp, who is a Darkwatch agent whose family was killed when she was a child, and she's become a ward of the Darkwatch. So she's there to stop you from cracking open the vault and unleashing a vampire. But she doesn't stop you in time. You're like, fuck you, this vault looks badass. There's probably some good gold back there. And you blow it the fuck up. So, once you blow it up, there's this crazy shockwave that raises the dead all around, and it releases a vampire that was locked up. And His name is Lazarus.
Whoa.
Uncreative.
Oh, I did see Cass was voiced by Jennifer Hale, who was the voice of Commander Shepard.
Oh.
So that was pretty cool.
Who's Commander Shepard?
From, what's that little game, Mass Effect?
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, this Lazarus guy, he gets out. He starts attacking you. You get bit. And you run away. You blow up the train. Yada, yada, yada. And you get to your horse and you attack it because the vampire bite took over. So you make your horse a vampire too.
Yeah, the first time I saw that, I was like, wait, what just happened? And he lunged at the horse and started eating it, but he didn't do that to Cass.
No, she's got some type of
she's a Darkwatch
anti-vampire. Yeah, she's part of the Darkwatch.
I also find the wardrobes very interesting for the time period. But I guess it's like steampunky, so that doesn't really...
Yeah, it's kind of got some steampunk. It's kind of like Wild Wild West meets a
Buffy the
vampire
Vampire
movie.
Slayer.
Yeah, there we go.
I was going to say Underworld. I think that's...
Oh, nice. Good pull. Maybe Blade.
A little bit of Blade in there. I see it.
Anyway. So Lazarus rises from the flaming wreckage after you blow up some TNT, and he comes flying after you while you're trying to get out of there on your horse. But he doesn't kill you. And he says, I can't kill you now because you got a role to play in all this. What? And then he flies away.
Blah? So you're an important person in the story?
Yeah, it was all part of the plan, man.
The man plan. Panama.
Again. Also, fun fact, your horse's name is Shadow.
Yes.
That's a cool name for a horse.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it was a black horse, so looks like a shadow.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, Cass is like, all right, well, let's get to the Darkwatch, man. We got to stop this shit. So you take all this bullshit, you ride, and then you get to a bunch of enemies. There's some banshees there. There's these evil trees that pop up, and you have to kill those so people stop spawning. And there's some skeleton guys. You know how it is. So you fight
Bone
off
soldiers?
some bone soldiers.
Bone soldiers? Like in, I Think You Should Leave?
Yes, exactly.
We have to stop the bone soldiers. Here to make it. Oh, yeah. Again, you guys can stop me just whenever. And you just,
No, that's a good pull. Good pull. You eventually
Bone
get there, and Cassidy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna open the secret passage for you. It's under the sarcophagus." And then Jericho's like, "Oh man, the cross, that's fucked up." She's like, "Oh yeah, the cross. Well, that's fucking okay. See what happens." So then Lazarus shows up, grabs Cass, rips her fucking head off, and he's like, "You'll eventually know why you're here, man. You were the chosen one."
Again.
And here you get two choices. You can either be evil or good. You can feed off Cass or you can purify her, yada yada. And there's these choices throughout the game, which changes the ending.
So it's kind of like BioShock, where do you want to eat the little sisters or set them free or whatever?
Exactly like that.
Same concept.
Because there's a bunch of people that come running up to you like, ah. And you can either like suck out the vampire venom or you can feed on them, something like that.
So vampire bites work like snake bites.
In this story, I believe so.
But I think you're not supposed to suck out the venom on a real snake bite.
No, because you can hurt yourself.
Because then now you have venom in your body.
Mm-hmm. Take that, write that down, kids. Don't suck out the venom.
Do not. And if your buddy says they have a snake bite right in their butthole, don't believe them.
Never
Do not believe
happens.
You only fall for that 3 times before you remember.
Exactly.
It just reminds me of that It's Always Sunny where he's like looking for the map in his ass.
What do you say?
Anyway, so you go into this fucking secret passage and you're fighting through underground tunnels. You have to use a bunch of TNT plungers to open up doors that are locked and such.
Sure. Classic.
And then Cass's ghost shows up and she's like, I'm here to help you. So you got that going for you now.
Yeah, you got a ghost companion.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. She knows what she's doing. She's part of the Darkwatch.
I really thought this game was going to be different because they killed her so fast in the game.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, all bets are off, guys. They're just murdering everybody. And then it's like, oh, she's a ghost now guiding you. It's like,
All right, I guess that's okay.
come on.
They can only make so many models for characters.
Yes.
It's true.
So you eventually make your way through to the Citadel, which is like the home of the Darkwatch. So you get there, and boom, you're shot in the face
If I had a nickel.
by one General Clay Cartwright.
Boom.
And Clay Cartwright was a Civil War general of some sort
Of course he was.
who became Darkwatch. Oh, I didn't
Because
tell
they're
you.
all badasses, I guess.
I didn't tell you Lazarus was a Roman who founded the Darkwatch in 66 AD, but was possessed by a demon and turned on the Darkwatch.
So is he still then possessed by a demon?
Yeah, now he's a demon.
So what
Vampire.
Did the Darkwatch fight demons before they fought vampires and just kind of
I guess they
into the
fought
vampire
everything.
space?
Kind of like, yeah, I don't know.
My question is, did vampires exist before Lazarus?
Maybe demons are the same as vampires in this. Yeah, I assume they did because he was... Yes, because he founded the Darkwatch to fight them before in 66 AD to stop the fall of the Roman Empire. And we know how that turned out.
Fall. Didn't. Oh.
But Lazarus died earlier than that, according to the Bible, the one true book.
This is a different Lazarus.
Oh, okay.
Not all Lazaruses come back from
Lazarus
the dead.
It's Latin.
It's Roman.
Nice. Good.
All right, where were we?
All right, where was I?
Clay. Something about Clay.
Oh, yeah. Clay Cartwright shoots you in the face, kind of kidnaps you, and he's like, you got to go through these trials, man. So he puts you in this torture maze.
That's something like a gauntlet of trials should be on the bingo card.
Yeah.
I agree. They're like, you're going to be a Darkwatch. And then he's like, okay, I guess I'll go with this because I'm a vampire.
Fight these waves of enemies for 2 minutes.
Yeah. It's kind of an initiation into the Darkwatch. And it's supposed to, I don't know, kill you, but you make it through.
It's like hazing at a frat.
Exactly. There's a bunch of
Naked dudes running around.
some elephant walk, that type of thing.
Sure, yeah. I hear you. Frat. Cool dudes hanging out.
So you make it, you're in the Darkwatch, and he's like, I got some new armor and shit for you. So you go get this armor, and you meet your new partner, Tala.
Sexy Tala.
Oh, yeah. She knows what she's got, and she flaunts it.
Who's voiced by Rose McGowan.
Oh, really?
Oh, now I'm kind of upset I said that.
I did not know that. Well, she's a Native American shaman whose mother died when she was young.
Man, you hang out with Marilyn Manson a little bit and everything goes, I'm a Native American shaman.
Yeah. She became an outcast from her tribe and was abducted by fur traders and then saved by the Darkwatch.
Are we talking about Rose McGowan or are we talking about Tala?
I thought we were talking about both.
I thought she just played herself.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
So unclear. We'll move forward.
Well, I know she's a shaman. I'm not sure if she's Native American, but exactly like the MAGA shaman. You heard it here, folks. Rose McGowan and the MAGA shaman, same thing. So you get sent on some missions, wipe out some enemies, get rid of Lazarus's forces that are fucking with some Darkwatch regulators.
One of them must say, like, hey, let's go. Who gonna live forever? Because it made me think of like Rico's Roughnecks when he gets, which I wrote it down.
Oh, yeah, that had to be a Starship Troopers reference.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What, do you want to live forever?
It jumps off the fucking train.
Yeah, something like that.
So you go around, kill a whole bunch of things, bunch of evil trees and banshees and skelly men.
Marks of Lazarus.
Yeah, I just like calling
Bone
them evil
soldiers.
trees. And, all right, sorry. Evil trees and bone soldiers.
I saw that porno too.
It's not
Wasn't that
bad.
No, it wasn't.
All right, well.
We'll talk. We'll take it
his own.
offline. We'll take it offline.
Different strokes, I guess. So you also find a prism that helps you walk in the sun and your powers work and shit. Blah blah blah.
Just happens to be there.
Yeah, well, it was part of one of your missions to get the prism back, I think.
Yeah.
So you do all these things, then one thing leads to another, and it's a crazy night of fucking. But you keep your clothes on.
Yeah. That's one vampire power you can use.
Keep your clothes on. So Jericho and Tala are doing their thing. And she's like, yeah, bite me on the neck. It really turns me on. So you do. She turns into a vampire. And then she turns on the Citadel. And she lets all the demons in. And you have to fight them off.
Honestly, a turn that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well,
But you don't know Tala's backstory, so...
Yeah, you don't know anything about her. You've been on a couple missions and boom. She wants to be a
I
vampire.
guess the sex was that bad.
And she's like, ha, you're a fucking chump. You've been played, bitch.
Quote from the game.
So Lazarus comes into the Citadel and he's like, I'm fucking taking this prism thing you got. And he absorbs it into his body. It becomes this big ass monster vampire.
And then we kind of put together, well, we don't, they do, that this was his plan the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in cahoots with Tala. So,
Well, if that was his plan the whole time, was his plan you blowing it up? Letting him out?
yeah. He says you play a major role when you do
Yeah,
that.
but I mean, that's weird that
I think you can
you'd
see the
rely on
future.
that.
No, I see what you're saying. And is the plan also to make Tala a vampire? Because why didn't Lazarus just do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, why didn't she just open the door right away before this fucking guy was here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, why would it matter if he's there at all?
Yeah, why didn't she just blow up the train? Who knows? It's his plan, man. He's a vampire from 66 AD. Who the fuck knows?
He
He's
probably
smarter
knows
than
angles
you.
we don't even think
Yeah,
about, you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
For sure. We
It's
should
just
stop questioning him.
Trust his plan.
Yeah. He's
Just
smart,
trust
guys. He's smart.
unequivocally whoever's in charge forever.
That's the way I do it.
Perfect.
So, it's all working to Lazarus's plan. He's like, you're a fucking pawn, dude. I told you. You're an idiot. And then
Telling pawns they're pawns is always a good thing to do.
oh, yeah. It's like, you were a pawn. Oh, yeah? You want to fight? So you do. You fight him.
Sure.
And you fuck him up. And you kill him. And Tala just comes in out of nowhere and she's like, I'm taking his powers now.
You can't stop her.
There's nothing you can do because you're just a stupid vampire chump. So she takes his powers and just bounces. She's like, fuck this. I'll show you what's up.
Now I'm the head vampire in this town.
Yeah. So you find out he's got a little place he likes to call Deadfall where all his main shit is. It was this holdup and he's planning something big.
It's weird that a vampire from 66 AD has a town in the middle of the Southwest.
Is it weird or is it kismet? I don't know.
Serendipitous in a way.
I don't know if I use that word right.
Did they catch him at his house and then just try to transport him? And that's why the Darkwatch had him?
That might be it because they know that's where his place is.
I just
you
assumed
know what
he
I
was
mean?
in that vault for a long time.
That could be it too, like hundreds of years for
Yeah.
all we know.
I don't know if it...
Oh, maybe letting him out just started up that Deadfall place. Who the fuck knows? No, because he has a whole...
Yeah, he has plumbing and stuff in there.
Yeah.
Light switches and such.
First person to have plumbing in the Wild West. That's a fact. You can look it up. Anyway, you get there. He's planning something big. And you take a portal, because there's portals in this world too. I don't know if I said that. But you take a portal, and it goes to his ritual room. Big Lazarus ritual room, where he was supposed to be
Doing his ritual.
Sure,
doing
sure.
a ritual where he becomes immortal and the ruler of the earth.
Isn't he a vampire, though? He's already immortal.
Well, you killed him already.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, he has been alive since at least 66 AD.
Yeah. Like 1,800 years.
Yeah. Maybe it's just you age slowly.
Like Wolverine.
Exactly.
Or turn green, I guess.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Whatever.
Oh, the graphics are a little... It's PS2 graphics. I can't be
Yes.
too tough on that.
He has his own plane where he was going to do ritual.
Yeah. You don't know if it's a plane. It could just be a different area.
That's
just
true.
in a cave or something. But anyway, you transport there. And this is where there's two different endings.
Yeah, depending on if you were good or bad.
Yeah, I'm going to do
No game has ever done this before. It's weird.
Yeah, it's brand new. 2005 was the first time. So, in the good ending, you get there, and Tala's going to perform the ritual, but she needs to crush like 5 women in this pentagram first.
I bet you fucking love that part, didn't you there, Sir Chump Slap?
That was pretty good.
Crash.
Yeah. Just
I thought it was
squish.
hilarious because it was like, brr. And then I was like, okay. And then he did it 5 more times.
And blood just pours out of their body.
That's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, you need the blood of women to create the pentagram on the ground to become immortal. Everybody knows this.
And you need it now.
Yeah, I learned that from Blade too.
Mm-hmm.
Or Blade also.
So, you get in there. Apparently, you don't stop any of the women from dying.
No, you kind of just watch.
Not at all.
No, yeah. So, you fight Tala. She's a big badass. And she's like, I don't know, apparently pretty hard.
That's if you're doing the good stuff the entire game.
Yes. So, you fight her, beat her. Boom. The curse is lifted. And Cass comes down as an angel, and she's like, "Oh, man, good job. You're fucking a neat dude.
Thanks, bro.
Remember me." And then just flies away.
Remember me.
She's saved now.
Angel 5.
You saved her soul so she can just go to heaven or wherever angels go.
Portland.
Now, oh, really?
I think so.
It's news to me.
Not Portland, Oregon. No.
Oh, no.
No.
The other Portland.
Different Portland.
Missouri.
I
So,
think that's correct. Never been.
who cares? Nobody cares if you went to Portland or not.
Power forward. Just power forward past our nonsense.
Okay. So the evil side, well, after you defeat Lazarus, you have a chance to break the curse or take his power. To break the curse is the good side. To take his power, you become the god of vampires or whatever. And you side with Tala. And you end up fighting Cass the angel at the end. And once you defeat her, Tala's like, "Ah, that's so good. We finally did it. We can fucking rule the world." No. Psych. Now who's the chump, Tala? And fucking Jericho just bites her in the neck and kills her. And that's the bad ending, which is actually pretty badass.
Absolutely. I didn't know there were 2 endings. I guess I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. That's why you're not the one telling us the story.
Yeah, you don't know anything about Darkwatch. That's why you're not talking about it.
I know there's some kind of cowboy ghost sheriffs.
Yeah, there are. There's some ghost everything from the
there's
West.
some banshees.
The Banshees were pretty cool. I thought the game was pretty cool.
Yeah. I didn't like the actual gameplay, though. You can't look down the sights if you're gone. Just like one of those reticle shooters.
It was a different time.
Yeah, I hear that. Seems like something that would be in a fucking arcade, you know, where it had a gun with it.
Like House of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been pretty sweet.
An on-rails shooter.
Yeah. But that's it, man. That was a quick one.
That's it, man. That's the game. We did it. We got through it real fast.
Yeah, we ain't fucking around today, fellas.
No, absolutely not. So how about then we just move on to final thoughts?
Let's do it.
Now, I remember starting last time, so I think it's your turn, Dr. Scientist. to go
Sure,
first?
whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So, Chump Slap, what are the questions? You ask them first.
Would you play this Wild Wild West shooter now that you watch the video?
Good.
So what are you writing with, shooter or video?
We'll see.
Did you... What'd you think of the story? Was it good or was it a pity-o?
Oh, man.
That's
Perfect.
awesome.
What do we got?
There are 2 Poppascotches here.
Take us home!
And out of 27 stars, what does this game get?
Would I play it?
Perfect.
Nah, I
No
probably
notes.
wouldn't play it. Did the story work for me? I mean, it was pretty cliched up and down, but it mashed up 2 genres I don't think we've done mashed up before.
Yeah, I was going to say cliche. Wild West zombie.
Well, generic story parts, but
Yeah.
It was Western zombies, but like having... personally, I don't particularly like the character you don't know that betrays you. You're like, oh, I'm supposed to be heartbroken now, but whatever. They moved along the story.
Yeah. Well, you did have sex with her, so.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And there's a big bad vampire. It's kind of just a generic vampire story, but it's in the West. I can't say really anything bad about it, besides what we already did. So I gave it 6 stars.
6 stars for Wild Wild West vampire.
Easily the best Western vampire game we've ever done.
For true.
I agree.
All right.
Anybody want to kick it to me, or?
Yeah, you just did.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, great. I just don't remember what the questions are.
Ask yourself the questions.
All right, I got questions for you,
myself
dude.
the question.
Would you pop in the disc of this vampire shooter?
What?
Was the story really good? Or does it stink like a pooper?
Keep going. Keep going.
Out of 27 stars, what do you give this?
Shooter.
I know, but I said shooter.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. What do you give this?
Cooter.
Cooter. Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. Love those.
No
cooters.
notes.
So, did this video make me want to play it? Kinda. I mean,
Right?
it looks fun enough. I like the mixing of the two genres of the vampire and West. The only time I ever saw vampires and like the American West was the John Carpenter movie Vampires with like Eternal Cool Guy James Woods.
Oh, of course, yes.
It kind of reminded me of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Oh,
can
yeah.
see that.
There you go.
A lot of Wild West imagery in that one. With the trains. That's all I remember about that.
Yeah, me too.
You don't remember Abraham Lincoln fighting?
I remember the bridge on fire.
Yeah.
Classic. Anyway, so this game did it make me want to play it. Kinda. I saw the highlights. I think for its time, it was pretty interesting and pretty inventive. I was looking into it a lot, and I saw that it was marketed very heavily. And because it didn't hit like this massive sales number, it was seen as a flop, and the sequel got
It
canceled.
was marketed heavenly. This is the first time I heard about it.
I know.
I know, me too. I don't remember it happening, but they had all kinds of commercials and shit on the video I watched. How it was like a forgotten gem
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
genre. But I think it was interesting. I think it was also a time where there were so many shooters. There were just so many
Yeah. Everything was
at this
a shooter.
time coming up. So it was like, oh, let's try something different, and they did. Good for them. I did also like how the shotgun. I know this doesn't have anything to do with the story, but how the shotgun had like a axe on the back.
Yeah.
So when you meleeed people, it was like swinging an axe. That was pretty cool.
Never noticed.
Yeah, all the guns had like blades on them.
But so movie make me want to play it. Oh man, I don't remember what was the second question. Does the story work for me? Sure. Like Dr. Syintist said, there are a lot of familiar notes that we hit, a lot of cliches and such. The reveal wasn't that surprising because I really didn't ever like trust Tala or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, she just seemed like she didn't give a shit that any of their agents just blew up in a train. And then like your dudes were getting murdered. I guess you had like some kind of Darkwatch foot soldier type people.
Yeah, yeah.
So they were just getting murdered left and right, and she never gave a shit about anything. It's like,
They were called
Man, what a
regulators.
yeah, what a completely different vibe. I mean, sure, Jericho didn't, but he's brand new. He didn't know these people.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, so the story worked for me. I think it hit some good beats. I like the idea of a vampire Wild West story where also zombos are kind of involved. I liked their take on like the Wild West version of banshees.
Yeah, that was neat.
Some of the enemies were really cool. But for a final score out of 27 stars, this is tough because it's done a lot of things we've seen before, but it did them pretty well. I'll go with a 9. I'll give them a 9. I'll throw a 9 their way.
Ooh.
All right.
I thought there's a lot of room for improvement, but yeah, sure. 9.
Yeah, it was all right, right?
It was good. It's good
Sounds
enough.
good to me.
I mean, it's no Fight Club, but
But what is,
what will be? How about you then, Sir Chump Slap?
Mm-hmm.
Did this video make you want to slap that controller?
Mm-hmm.
Was the story good, or was it the back end of a loader? What
Loving
score
it.
out of 27
Would you give Kurt Loder?
would you give Kurt Loder? And by Kurt Loder, I mean, obviously, Darkwatch, Curse of the West.
Did it make me want to play it? It kind of did make me want to play it until I watched all the boss video. Because they were just bullet sponges.
Classic.
There was nothing to it, yeah. I mean, if they made a remake of it where you could actually look down the barrel of the gun and melee and stuff.
Look it down the barrel of a gun.
Son of a gun, son of a bitch. Anyway,
I don't know why that came up.
I don't know. That was a song on the Beavis and Butthead soundtrack.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll look it up.
So, I kind of did want to play it, but I don't know, not this old school version. I'd like to play a new one. Did the story work for me? Yeah, as basic as it was. It was just some dude who robbed the wrong train, man.
He's in the wrong place at the right time.
Yeah, maybe somebody paid him to rob the train, and that's why. You know what I mean?
So much lore.
So much they can expand upon
Darkwatch
this.
2 when?
Apparently never, because it was a flop. So we've been told.
Yeah, apparently there was a movie they were going to do too, but that got scrapped.
I'd watch a movie.
Also, the song you were thinking of is Looking Down the Barrel of a Gun by Anthrax.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, the story worked for me, basically. It wasn't any... I mean, it was a silent protagonist, right? He never said a word, as far as I remember.
Shit, I should be better at noticing these things, but no, I don't think he did.
Yeah. So you only really got to see, like, 2 characters do anything, like Cass and fucking Tala. And why does... Cass acts like she's been your friend forever. She just met you a day before, fucking an hour before she died.
And then she haunts you.
I think she wants you to free her soul, and that's what the good ending is. I think. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, there wasn't much character build or anything, but the basic story was cool. I liked it. The Wild Wild West with the vampires and zombies and such. It was neat.
Oh, you saw the boss's video? Was there a spider boss somehow? And was it a big spider mechanized thing like in the Will Smith vehicle Wild Wild West?
Fucking wish, man.
Yeah, me too.
That would add a couple points, but no. No, there was only like 2 bosses. There was like Lazarus and the final boss. And the video was half an hour, and the Lazarus fight was like 20 fucking minutes.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They were just bullet sponges. You got to just keep picking up ammo and shooting. So, to the score. Out of 27, I'll give it... quarters mostly, huh? I'll give it an 8. A good old-fashioned 8.
Man, math is hard. I guess it's a score of 23. Am I reading that right?
Sounds right.
Yeah,
You
sounds
gave it a
about
9, right?
9, 8, and 6. 17, 20. Yeah, 23.
Perfect.
So, give you a little historical reference here. Red Dead Revolver, we gave a 20.
Yeah, this was better than that, I think.
Yep.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Chaos Bleeds was a 21.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one's slightly better.
And then Day of the Tentacle was a 22.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I mean, of course, it's accurate as hell, so it has to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still one of the higher tier games that we've done this year so far. That's for sure.
Top 5.
Surprising?
Top 5? Yeah. Yes, it is top 5.
Oh, shit. Let's see if it holds on.
Just keep coming out with the bangers. Eventually, guys, we're going to have to start doing bad games, because we're going to use all the good ones.
Oh,
like
wait for my
Sopranos.
next one.
Man, this game sucks. All right, so... I'm sorry, I didn't mean this game sucked. I was just looking at Sopranos, and I saw that.
All right.
Well, that does it for final thoughts, so if we have nothing else to say, we'll just go ahead and move this ship right along into our favorite segment of every week, which is... Dr. Syintist 90s album.
Dr. Syintist jamming in the 90s. Yeah.
Woo!
Trapper Keepers.
Let's get it on.
Slap bracelets.
Parachute pants.
Every week we ask Dr. Syintist for a 100% guaranteed amazing 90s album recommendation, and so far this year, he has not let us down. He's never let us down. I don't think he's capable of letting us down.
Because the 90s never let us down.
Yeah, it was the 90s that didn't leave us down. It wasn't me.
This week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got for us?
Well, I got a release from June 21st, 1990.
Ooh.
Okay. Summer Jam, all right.
We were all youngins at the time. It's got. Well, let's go with some cover art trivia here.
All right.
The
Okay.
cover art features the band's logo and album title as a tattoo on the drummer's arm. Originally, it was a picture of right after it was done, so it was all inflamed and bloody and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually that cover was banned, and they took one afterwards, and it looked all really
Oh, band covers. That's real 90s.
Yeah, that's about as 90s as this thing's going to get.
Can't sell them at Walmart.
Yeah, because I guess all the blood was too much, so they had to change it.
Blood.
I think I have a guess.
Well,
I have a guess, too. Is it
Sublime?
No, it's not Sublime.
Is it Poison?
Name of the album.
Flesh and Blood?
Oh, man! I didn't think you were going to get that.
God damn it. This game is bullshit. Fucking Poison.
Yeah, let's throw some hairband into this 90s.
Oh, man, I used to love Poison when I was a kid.
I didn't think you were going to get that. I was like, oh, the quote they'll get. But
Well, once you said blood, I was like, oh, that sparked it.
Yeah, you picked the album cover in your head. You're like, oh, yeah. Yeah, they showed a picture of the original one, and it was pretty fucking gross, actually.
Really?
Yeah. It was like all swollen and bloody. It didn't look nice.
Oh, that would have been sick.
But it has the classic Something to Believe in and Unskinny Bop. And, hairbands are always...
My God.
I tried reading the thing. It's my hardest not to say Poison logo and Ricky Rocket's arm.
Ricky Rocket, Bobby Doll. Brett Michaels.
Track 4, Swamp Juice.
Yep.
Solo. That's really...
I don't know what
I don't know what that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Guys, it's Swamp Juice.
Oh, Chump Slap also forgot CC DeVille.
I couldn't
else in the
fucking
band.
remember his name. God damn.
Yep, that's it.
That
Listen
brings me
to
back.
Flesh and Blood and get some hairbands in you.
Kind of want to buy a Poison t-shirt now.
Weren't they the band in well, I mean, they had a bunch of hits, but they were in Hot Tub Time Machine when they went back in time. It was the Poison show.
I don't
Might have
remember.
been. Yeah.
Well, that's our homework then, to watch Hot
All
Tub
right,
Time
yes.
Machine.
I'm sure I
While
will.
you're listening to Flesh and Blood. Twice, because it's only 45 minutes long album.
Man, I don't know any of these songs. I think this, I didn't really
You
start
know
getting
Something
into
to
music.
Believe in and Unskinny Bop.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably heard them. I just don't recognize it by song title.
Unskinny bop.
Just blows me away, yeah.
Unskinny bop, 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 bop.
She just was a play. Something like that. I don't remember all of those.
I don't recognize that at all, and I think you guys
As
might be
perfectly
fucking
as
with me.
we've done that. We're probably going to get copyright stricken.
I know.
Kicked right off YouTube. We can go there, like and subscribe it really fast. So there you go. That is the 90s album pick of today, Flesh and Blood by Poison. Let's go ahead then and move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps. Who would win in a fight?
Ding, ding, ding.
On this corner, we have From Parts Unknown,
Unskinny bop, 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 bop.
Brett Michaels.
Brett Michaels versus CC DeVille.
God damn it. That was my last one I was going to ask for.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, take
No,
it.
no.
We'll delete it.
Every week, it was action. Every week we ask Sir Chump Slap 3, who would win the fight questions. We start with the game we just talked about. We talk about gaming in general with a fictional fight, and then a fight from history, which is also hopefully fictional. This week, for the game, Sir Chump Slap,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a clear matchup here.
Yeah.
Cass versus Tala. Because, I mean, Cass got kind of blindsided by an ever-powerful vampire and got taken out immediately.
Yeah.
That wasn't really
I guess
fair.
that wasn't fair of her, but I would have to go with how little we know of either of these characters. I'd have to go with Tala. She seemed more ruthless,
Yeah.
probably be hair pulling and biting and shit.
Like she'd fight dirty if she had to win.
Eye scratches, you know
Punching the gooch.
you know the type.
Yep.
Everybody does.
The old box elbow. Box bow. Yep.
The L box.
L box.
Yeah, I think she just seemed more ruthless. Cass just seemed like a normal person. Plus, Tala was a shaman. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Oh, that's right, yes. I
Cass
don't know.
was
We
just
have no idea if Cass had shaman powers. She had angel powers, but that was after she was dead.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll go with Tala. Plus, she was just evil. You know what I mean?
Evil does have an edge. So how about we talk about a fight from gaming history?
Right?
You remember the Resident Evil series, obviously. We've talked about 2 of them? Did we do 3?
Yeah.
2? At
Chris
least. At
Redfield.
least 2.
Definitely 2. Don't think we did 3 yet. But any hoodles, Wesker from Resident Evil, the big dude with the sunglasses, who's always the big baddie guy,
Mm-hmm.
versus Duke Nukem.
Well. I think I'd have to go with Duke.
Okay. Any specific reason, or you just like the cut of his jib?
Actually, I don't like the cut of his jib, but he does seem like a badass. He knows his way around a bullet, you know what I mean?
No. Was that a euphemism
I don't know.
for his dick?
Plus,
don't
I
know
can't
what you meant
picture
by that.
Wesker. Who the fuck?
He was the main bad guy in the first one. Oh, he's in a lot of them, but he wears like the trench coat and the shades.
Okay.
He morphs into a machine with like, or a machine. He morphs into like a monster at some point and tries to kill you.
Yeah, so maybe the monster version. But he doesn't use guns, does he?
Well, he's like a special forces guy before he's a monster.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it would be a draw. I think they'd both shoot each other dead at the same time.
Man, you haven't picked any draws before.
I know. Well, this one seems like the perfect one to pick.
It's like when Leela fights the mirror Leela.
Yes. Almost exactly like that.
So we found it. We found the perfect matchup.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, if the people out
Well
there
done.
don't like
we got to
it,
pick a new bit.
if the people out there don't like it, they can hop on the subreddit and tell us about it. Tell us why they think one would win over the other.
Yeah, I'd like to.
I dare you.
Hear it. I'd fucking double dare you.
Chump Slap will argue with you right there.
Yeah.
He'll do it.
Even I don't know what I'm talking about.
Physical challenge.
All right, so the last who would win the fight? And I'm not ashamed to say I'm starting to grab some of these from fucking Celebrity Deathmatch. Remember the claymation wrestling one?
Oh, I love that show. It was good time back in the time.
Well, here's one from one of the first episodes. Who would win the fight? And obviously they're in their prime because one of these people are dead right now. But Charles Manson versus Marilyn Manson.
I'd probably say Charles Manson. I mean, they're both monsters, you know.
True.
Allegedly. And
Well, one for sure.
yeah, okay.
The other one allegedly.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you ever see Wrong Cops? Marilyn Manson plays like this dork kid in it, and I just can't picture him not being that character ever again.
No, I have not seen this.
Well, he was the friend in, I can't think of this, Wonder Years. So think of that guy.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
That's a great low rent conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Charlie would just stomp him or get somebody else to do it, you know. That's how
Yeah,
he
I think you're
rolls.
right.
I don't think Marilyn stood a chance. He's nothing but a lot of talking a badge.
And a badge. Yeah, I get it because Charles Manson, he'd come up and he'd show up and he'd say it'd be a fair fight, but then he'd just send his group at you, and then it's a numbers game, really.
Yeah, exactly. And who's a fan of Marilyn Manson anymore? Who's he got? I don't think Trent Reznor likes him anymore.
Oh, I thought he was the one that was dead.
No, Charles Manson was executed a while back.
Yeah, I know.
Or did he just die?
I think he just died
Just
not
died,
too
I
long
think,
ago.
yeah.
Like he kept putting up appeals until he just ran out the clock?
I don't think there's a death penalty in California.
Yeah, maybe not. Just life in prison.
Well, now you guys are going to make me look it up. I looked up that sweet-ass poison record. He died on November 19th, 2017.
Yeah, damn. That's pretty sweet.
And I guess he got sick and died.
I'm not sick of being in prison. Am I right?
Yes.
Nailed
He died
it.
from cardiac arrest resulting from respiratory failure brought on by colon cancer. So he had a lot going on.
Oh,
Respiratory
jeez.
failure is brought on by colon cancer.
That's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
that's not good colon cancer.
No,
I guess there's never a good colon
Yeah,
cancer.
seriously.
it's a good point. No, it's like fat, but the good fat,
Yeah, or cholesterol.
like the avocados and shit.
That's nothing like that.
It's the same thing.
It's like the good
there's,
cholesterol.
there's good colon cancer and bad.
Yeah. Come on, pull your head out of your
I don't
ass.
feel like arguing
I'm
about
basically a doctor. So
That's two doctors on this
it.
show.
Doctor of D's.
what do you mean by D's? Dude, I set you up like that? You don't even say it? Fuck you.
It was just
Goes
because,
without
it was because he
saying.
did it on purpose.
D's what?
Classic scientist care to suck these moments. It's just the same thing he always does. Well, if someone had some thoughts, some ideas of how maybe Marilyn Manson could make this an even fight, and they had a whole bunch of thoughts, where could they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
You send that to plottytime@gmail.com, and I'll read and respond.
I thought you were going to say something else.
I was gonna,
Okay,
but I just
that's
stopped.
Blanked.
You just ran out of steam. I get it.
Yeah.
It's late. It's late. If they want to get to us faster on the socials with more swearing and targeted ads, where would they do that, Dr. Scientist?
At Plottytime on Instagram and Twitter, and stop by the subreddit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Get in there. Go to YouTube, like and subscribe. Really helps us out. Go buy some fucking Plotty Time merch like that sweet Durfin shirt we got out there. You'll be the hit of them all.
There's only
And
so
the
many,
food court.
man. They're limited.
You fly to Salt Lake City and wear it. Everybody will get it.
I'm sure they'll love it. That does it for us. So as always, play some video games. Don't trust Dr. Scientist, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace. I forgot about the Durban shirt.